We got to wake up, America. You know, we know that this Ontario crash happened, and we know that it's been on the media. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy has been talking about it, but these things have been going on far too long, and now they seem to be a chameleon carrier. You know, Miss Callie 916 talks about stating that she went by the old trucking company, and she stated that they are changing their name as we speak.
So the company that driver in Ontario worked for, Mutha in Sacramento, yo, what? I just passed their yard.
Now, as soon as I hear her say methon, I'm like, wait a minute, is it methon or is it Sandu? Because when you look at every news segment, the visor says Sandu. But of course, I don't want to say that this person is not being honest. Do is we just cross-reference it, right? So I remember that segment that I looked at on CBS Sacramento, and they said that they looked at the DOT numbers and then went to the actual person's house that owned the company,
whose logo was on the side of Singh's big rig, went unanswered. We went straight to the source, to the company's business address, a home in a Sacramento neighborhood.
That this address right here looks very familiar. So then I screenshot the CBS Sacramento, and then I screenshot the Google address house. And hey, behold, it matches up. So it states here that the owner of that brokerage company is Harjeet Singh, but that person, of course, wasn't available. Now we're waiting for more information still, but I'm just letting you guys know there's some truth to what she's saying. Now, I would like to see a video on it, and this gives a great opportunity to talk about chameleon carriers, where pretty much for $300, you can just set up a new MC and then get some trucking insurance, and then boom, there you go. You have a new trucking company. So
they done took the sign off the wall. They're over there covering up all the names. Them mugs already got a new DOT on MC. Damn, that's crazy. They got all their trucks in there right now. They're covering up trailers right now, getting rid of the name. Man.
And so, again, disclaimer, this is coming from Miss Callie 916. I need to go out there to confirm, to make sure that this is true, but here's the thing is this is being shared everywhere, and it comes to a bigger situation here, which is a chameleon carrier, right? So here's the thing. This is when a fraudulent trucking company that deliberately evades accountability by shutting down and then quickly restarting under a different name. The term was coined by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to describe this deceptive practice. So we need to go down. We need to triple check. If you live in the 916, we need to see if this is true, if they're changing their name. This has happened. I know that this type of fraudulent activity is real, but Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy, pay attention, check this out, look at this company, and see what's going on. So it's looking like Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy is getting closer to pulling over $160 million in funding, and he's not playing around. And if California doesn't get their stuff together, he's ready to revoke the state's ability to issue commercial driver's licenses fully, right? And so that is a major problem. And so I'm telling you, man, California, we need to step this up. Now, this is breaking news from Elder Logistics, Inc. It is with great sadness that we are announcing to cease operations of Elder Logistics. Our last day of operation was Friday the 17th. We want to thank all of our employees who were a part of the journey throughout the years of our operation. We would also like to thank all of our customers who trusted us along the way. This decision did not come lightly, and it wasn't without a lot of pure fight that our team put up to continue to push forward until we simply couldn't continue. The weak market conditions we witnessed over the last 3.5 years were simply unprecedented. We took every thoughtful step we could to cut back, adjust, pivot, and look for green grass wherever we could. In the end, the lift was 5 pounds more than we could handle. Elder Logistics, a family-owned company, was starting as a 2-truck operation since 2010 in Tacoma, Washington. Through grit, determination, trust, and savvy, Elder managed to grow its operation to as many as 145 trucks at 5 facilities that serve 6 states as an LTL carrier and 15 states as a truckload. At its peak, we employed employed roughly 230 employees. If there's a bright side to this, there are many talented team members who will be available for employment that come from a place of unmatched grit and tenacity. These are the people who have pivotal roles in shaping process, KPIs, understanding upscaling and downscaling, and above all, their unwavering care for the business. They will undoubtedly be great assets in the next roles. We wish them a speedy transition to hopefully more prosperous pastures. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. Wow. Wishing the best to all the drivers and all the employees and to everyone at Elder Logistics Inc. Thank you for moving America. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. I just read this article from Craig Fuller, and this is interesting because I posted a video about what USPS was implementing, and a few weeks ago they put in place to ban loading any contractors using truck drivers that had non-domicile CDLs. And the crazy part about this is, people said that was great and people thought that was amazing, but it says that facilities were instructed not to load trailers hauled by such drivers as part of the efforts to improve safety across a network of asset carriers and brokers handling local, regional, and cross-country work, right? Now, this is what this article states. The policy's impact was immediate, resulting in canceled loads and widespread disruptions. USPS operations, heavily reliant on these drivers, saw trips, miss, and sorts delayed, exposing vulnerabilities in the postal line haul network. Within days, USPS reversed the ban, deeming the service and cost impacts too severe for an abrupt change. This highlighted the critical role non-domiciled drivers play in mail delivery reliability. So, interesting is, it sounds like, and tell me if you do loads for USPS, that a lot of these drivers are non-domiciled CDL. So, when they try to ban that, it seems that per this article, they have reversed it because I guess most of these drivers doing USPS had non-domicile CDLs and they just can't get the loads done. I thought that was extremely interesting. If you work as a USPS driver, tell me, is this true? And the second part to that is if they're hiring a lot of non-domicile CDLs for USPS loads, are they paying rate or are they kind of like the Amazons of the world, right? And so very interesting. My truckers, comment down below. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.